40 miles outside Nashville and a million miles from the pressures of the music business, there's a former country store and quiet farm where Johnny Cash would get away with his wife, June. I took a trip there to meet Brian Oxley, a historian who has reopened it all as Storytellers Museum and Hideaway Farm.
How in the world did you decide, I'm going to buy this general store out in the middle of nowhere and turn it into a tribute to Johnny Cash?
We own his farm down the road, and we were going through his library, and we found a VHS video on the library. We watched it. It wasn't good quality, but it was his 20 years in the music celebration party that happened somewhere. We spent 2 months looking for it. We discovered it happened in this building. So then we came over. I climbed into the window right there. This place was total disaster.
Now, is that a confession that you broke into a building you didn't own?
Yeah, I do things like that,
okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to...
Yeah.
I think the statute of limitations may have run out at this point.
This place was pretty much condemned. But all I wanted to see is one thing, was the stage there. And I knew if the stage was there, this was history. And that's how this journey started.
So this was, at one time, an old general store.
That's right.
The store closed. Then it became a recording studio. And Johnny Cash recorded here and played here. They turned it into a little performance hall for a while?
Well, what happened is this place was bought by a guy named Red Wortham, because he published a song called Just Walking in the Rain by the Prisonaires. And that man, this is his studio. And then he ended up, at some point, selling it to Johnny Cash, who then had this for several years.
Not far from here, what, a mile, is the farm Johnny Cash loved to spend time.
Yes.
What was so special about that farm?
Johnny Cash came out here with his wife, and he went into the house, he goes upstairs, he jumps twice, and then says, "This place is not for sale." And from that moment on, it became what he called the center of his universe, his paradise. The people of this county, this is one of the poorest counties in Tennessee, they left him alone. They knew when he came to the farm, he was here for peace. But he still wanted to reach out to the people. This is the stage. Not so much recording, but this is the stage in which he would have what they call Saturday Night Hickman County. And so you talk to the locals, they all remember when Johnny Cash and June Carter would sing on this little stage.
The fact that Johnny Cash, who was at that time singing to tens of thousands of people in sold-out arenas, but he would come here to this little stage and just do an old-fashioned country picking.
Yes.
That has to be something that locals will embrace forever.
Oh, yes. And the thing is, but Johnny Cash treated everybody the same. You know, you listen to the song, The Man in Black. You know, he's talking about prisoners. He's talking about poor people. It didn't matter if you're president of the United States or a peasant. He treated people alike. And that's why I believe people have a special feeling for Johnny Cash, because they knew he was that way. He treated everybody the same.
I had the best time with Brian, with all the great memorabilia and the history out at Storytellers Museum and the farm. I hope you'll take a trip there, because if you come to Nashville and you're going to say, well, I want to see the sights, make sure you make this one, because you're going to make some great memories. You can find out a whole lot more of the details at StorytellersMuseum.com. By the way, there are some great concerts still on the weekends, and the farm is also a wedding venue. Check it out at StorytellersMuseum.com. It is a very cool place, and who doesn't love Johnny Cash?